Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City?
Just read chapter 5. Chapter 5 doesn't get a title card because I said chapter 5. We're on the next chapter. Gotta get this done for right now, Cameron. It's tomorrow's upload. When you watch this, it's today's upload. As episode... chapter 5. Chapter 5 doesn't get a ting. Let me put you... Hold up. Alright, I'm gonna leave it there. We're in chat. So, we're on Nathan's point of view. Get your book out. Alright. Let's do it. Last 3 weeks have been the most stressful of my life. Aaron Carlissi, God, even his name sounds dickish, ran his mouth off to anyone who will listen, including his coach, who told our coach he threatened to start tearing off limbs if someone did explain him what the hell was going on. I spent more time getting screamed at with the team than I have been playing hockey with recently. The guy who trashed the rink with the UCLA hockey team, our closest rival college, Aaron was fully lying. The girl is pregnant and it has nothing to do with Russ. The poor kid didn't know anything about it. He thought he'd been hooked up with someone's girlfriend. She blamed him when her older brother found out, and she panicked. I suppose it was easier to blame a stranger, and I doubt she expected him to drive over here and fuck up our arena. Russ has aged about 10 years since this started. The relief on his face when we told the real story was unbelievable. Faulkner and I had a meeting with the UCLA coach and captain, and they were able to tell us the full story. I got Corey O'Neill, the captain for years. He was pissed about this as I am. I felt like Dr. Phil giving the results of a pregnancy test. Well, Jerry Springer is more accurate for this bunch. Safe to say, we're all on thin ice with Faulkner. He said the next person to do something irresponsible would get benched for the rest of the season. He said he didn't care about our post-college prospects held forfeit. Our post-college prospect, or he didn't care about our post-college prospects. He'll forfeit every game until we learn how we behave. I'm on my best behavior for the rest of the year because I'm not sure Vancouver will still want me if I get expelled or blamed, and there is no fucking way I'm going back to Colorado after I leave this place. Is it a cliche being the guy who grew up with immense privilege and also has daddy issues? Yes. But in my defense, my dad is a massive jackass, and I'm pretty sure he didn't get hugged enough as a child and didn't get hugged enough as a child, and now make it my and my sister's problem. Voiceover camera will talk over this. Oh god, oh shit. Luckily, I managed to move 1,000 miles away, but poor Sasha is still back with him since she's only 16. Even when she turns 18, I doubt that he'll let her leave. She'll be stuck being an underappreciated, overworked skiing prodigy. Dad is prepared to throw money at every coach in the Northern Hemisphere if it means Sash gets to be the next Lindsey Vonn. Ideally without the injuries, but I'm not sure he's concerned about her safety anyway. He just wants her to win. Thankfully, he hates hockey. Careless, violent sport for people who lack discipline and crave chaos. He says it was Mom who signed me up for Mr. H's team all those years ago. She was pregnant with Sasha at the time and needed something that would tire out her energetic 5-year-old. I didn't take to skiing like my dad hoped, and I proudly say I've I've been disappointing him every day since. He wouldn't even be surprised if I told him if I told him what has been going on recently. But if I involve answering his calls and but if would involve answering his calls and that isn't something I tend to do. Plus he only found a way for it to be my fault. Jeez, I'm sorry for that slaughterous 2 pages. Let's continue. The intensity of Robbie's stare feels like it's burning a hole into my skin, which jolts me from my thoughts. Annoying him is my favorite thing to do, but it makes me realize why JJ likes being an asshole so much. Robbie keeps dropping things on the floor, banging his phone against the TV remote to make a clanking noise, and after about 10 minutes of getting no response, he starts coughing loudly. This guy's probably dying. You guys, probably asbestos poisoning. I keep my eye on the TV, and the smoother the urge to smother the urge to smirk. Mike Ross is about to nail another case of the Henry elbows into my side. Robbie is trying to get our attention. Are you ignoring him on purpose? Great question, Henry. Thank you. Ain't question, Henry. Thank you. Robbie shouts dramatically. Are you ignoring me on purpose, Nathan? When I finally look at him, he's staring at me like a unimpressed mother. Sorry, buddy, I didn't. Did you want something? Robbie mutters something under his breath, followed by a loud huff. Have you guys organized my birthday party? You mean your surprise birthday party? The one you specifically said you didn't want to know anything about? So it was, any actual surprise? 6 weeks ago, Wobby. Shut up, Kylie. Six weeks ago, Robbie told me he wanted a surprise party for his birthday party. What the fuck am I saying? Surprise party for his birthday. I'm sorry for reading. Claiming hosting parties is very stressful and time consuming. He didn't want to deal with the problems of his own birthday, so I needed to do it. I told him if he was such a hassle, he didn't need to organize our parties anymore. He called me a dipshit and told me to grow up. If you haven't arranged anything, I don't fucking want it. Henry immediately stands up, his eyes darting between me and Robbie, and rushes towards the stairs. Robbie follows his fleeting flame and narrows eyes flickering back at me. I shrug it off, acting like I don't know. Henry was being fucking worried about there's no fucking, I don't know why I put the word fucking, has been worried about spoiling the surprise for weeks. The kid doesn't have a poker face and doesn't convince himself doesn't convince himself with the only a few more days to go he's going to fail at the last hurdle. I'm sorry for crashing out. I'm a D1 crash out. No, I'm not. I'm a liar. You need to relax, Robert, I said, knowing using his full name while rail him. Well, he's gonna rail him. I say using his full name will rail him up a little bit more. Stress isn't good in your old age. I think that's the end. I think that's the end of it. But instead, he scratches his jaw and makes a sound. It's not like Mr. Confident to struggle his words. So now he's captured the attention. He captured the attention like he wanted to. Did you invite Lola? Oh, this is fun. Who? I nearly avoid the cushion he launches in my direction. Don't be a dick, Nathaniel. You know who she is. I make myself laugh sometimes. 3 weeks ago, when I royally fucked up with Stacy, Robbie was getting better acquainted with her best friend. He won't tell me what happened, claiming he's a gentleman. But it's hard not to draw to your own conclusions. And when she left on Saturday afternoon wearing one of his t-shirts. He's supposed to be crippled. So he's slanging dick. He's like Joe Swanson, but cooler. It's okay, Peter. It's me, the baby. Might get some beef jerky later. I haven't seen her since, so I thought it was one of those one-night things, but judging by the nervous look on his face, maybe not. Would you want her there? In a hypothetical situation where there is a party. We've been talking to, yeah, hypothetically. Robbie has no problems with women, but I can't pretend he doesn't rotate them when he's getting bored. The fact he's still talking to her and not only hooking up with her is a good sign. Ready for practice? Oh, fuck. When I say no. Noted, ready for practice? I ask him, carefully changing the subject before I give any party secrets. Yeah, let me get my sweatshirt first. Shit, now I have to find a way to get Lola there. JJ is sprinting down our street as I'm putting Robbie's chair in the trunk of my car, pressing the button to lower the Falcon Wing doors. I climb in the driver's seat and put the car in reverse, automatically locking all the doors. So you tell me this jet gets the Huz as it crippled? Yeah, game is game. I wasn't familiar with his game. He bangs on the window, painting and mumbling something inaudible, and I lower the window a little so I can hear him. Don't leave me, you douchebag. Hurry up. I bark back, watching him frantically run towards the front door to get his stuff. I feel sorry for him. If I don't know, he's been tucked up with one of the football cheerleaders since last night. The whole situation with sharing a rink means we're training at different times each day since it's technically their arena. Coach Bradley demanded we work around the skater schedule training. Lots of them have been complaining. So, oh my God, oh thank God. A lot of them have competitions coming up, and she argued anything less than our total agreement wasn't going to work for her. Aubrey Bradley is a fucking terrifying woman, and she has Faulkner's balls and a iron vase. As soon as she found out why our rink got trashed, she used it to bully Skinner into bowling to her every demand, and now she owns us. Can't blame her. She's looking out for her athletes, but awkwardly brushing past Stacy every day got old quickly. Seeing how hot she is in her skating stuff got old quickly. This guy's jorking it in the fucking arena. Watching her joke around with her dickhead skating partner, you guess it, old quickly. She looks at me like she doesn't want to see me on fire most of the time, or alternately, she doesn't look at me at all. She knows how to hold a grudge with everyone except Henry, apparently. Last night, Henry saw Anastasia. She was studying in the library alone. He brought her coffee, explained what happened with the rest of the situation, and apologized profusely, saying he totally understands why she was upset, and now he's the only one of us in her good graces. Why do you always want girls who don't like you? Why do you always want girls who don't like you? Henry asked me as she stomped past us one afternoon, still managing to flash him a sweet smile. Summer kitty, Anastasia? Why? Jeez, Hen, JJ spluttered out, choking on his water. Kicking the guy while he's down. Why don't you? I don't know, kiddo, I confess, wrapping my arm around his shoulders as his cheeks flush at the guys laughing. You find me nice girls. You find me nice girls who likes me back, and I'll find... Fuck. You find me nice girls who like me back, and I'll give it a shot. JJ snorted. He's on a fucking miracle worker, Hawkins. Robbie claims he could be in good graces if he wants to be. And Jaden said he prefers being the mysterious bad boy anyway. As for me, I could bow down to her feet and apologize, but I think she'll use it as an excuse to kick me in the head. Parking inside the rink, letting the guys know I'll see them in there, quickly climbing out to jog towards the door. She threw her skates into her bag. When I pushed the door, her eyes flicker up in response to the noise, but she glinces when she realizes me. Charming. I sit on the bench beside her, come with Anastasia. Her eyes look at mine, pushing her lips, immediately pouting. What do you want? I need a favor. No, you haven't heard what I have to say yet. I don't need to. The answer is no. What if I told you this is super important for both of us and our best friend's happiness? She sighs. She sighs, a noise I'm used to hearing now. Putting her hands on her lips, I'll bite. Go on. It's Robbie's 21st birthday on Saturday, and I'm throwing him a surprise party. He'll like Lola there. Could you pass on the message? You're invited too, obviously. Fine. Success, maybe. Sweet, thanks. It's Vegas theme. I'm from Las Vegas, guys. I got to throw my promo in there. It's Vegas land. So black tie, free bar, poker table, all that fun stuff. I hope you guys come. It will make Robbie very happy. Okay. She struts off towards the open door. The guy is coming through the same time. She pets Henry's arm, murmurs hi as he passes him, and the kid's cheeks flush again. When she's officially out of earshot, JJ traps me in the headlock, headlock cracking as if I'm fighting him off. You're losing your touch, Hawkins. The kid has more game than you. I'm not familiar with the game, but bro got game. LeBron James. I'm not going to date here. Henry says, quickly scratching at his jaw nervously. I'm trying to be nice to her. You know she likes us again. I'm trying to be nice to her, So she likes us again. She got a boyfriend anyway. Her skating partner, not her boyfriend. She doesn't have a boyfriend. She told me herself. Henry shakes his head. Not him, Ryan Rothel. I saw them hanging out last week. Hugging someone is hardly a sign of a relationship. And Chris and Maddie would be in a relationship half the campus relationship with half of the campus if it were a case. Robbie says with a snort. If you're making out, they were making out and grabbing her, and they were making out and he was grabbing her ass. Henry adds, great. Bro's getting a piece of the pie, piece of the cake, the peach. Fergalicious. Aaron is still fucking about. I don't know if that's what people say. Let me start from the beginning. Aaron's still fucking about on the ice when we're all ready to start practice. He's an obnoxious prick and truly cannot stand. I truly cannot stand the guy. I got nothing to do with Stacy either. He gives me the worst vibes imaginable, and enough for me to hate him. Obviously, it doesn't help. He fucked us all over with his big mouth. I know I said it wasn't about her, but one thing I don't like about him is how he speaks to Anastasia when they're skating. I gave him the benefit of the doubt at the party because he was clearly wasted. But because of your class schedules, a lot of the time their season is pre or post at ours. When we either early or finishing up, I hear him telling her not to be sloppy this session, or telling her she'll get one of these days. She'll get it one of these days, in the world's most patronizing tone. It's shitty, but it's none of my business. She's not the type of girl who needs defending. And if I try, it'll probably land me higher on her hit list. When he hears us coming, he finally skates to the edge, wearing the smuggest grin when he spots me. Are massively testing my patience, and he hasn't even opened his mouth. I'm sure if I punch him, I'll feel better. But thinking back what Faulkner said about behaving, I take a deep breath instead. See, I can be an adult. She's not going to fuck you. You're wasting your time. Excuse me? Don't punch him. Don't punch him. Don't punch him. You heard me. He sits on the bench and starts to unlace his skate, not bothering to look at my shocked face. The guys are dragging the goals onto the ice, and Robbie is talking to Faulkner. Otherwise, talking to Faulkner. Otherwise, I'll be looking for confirmation I was hearing this jackass correctly. You might think she's playing hard to get, but she's not. The iciness thing about her is her heart. She'll drag you along like she does Rothel. So save yourself the trouble. This fucking guy. You're a dick. Do you know that? I tell him brazenly. He throws his skates into his bag and switches to the other one. Other one looking at me at the grin. Truth hurts, buddy. This gay guy. Shit, book's getting good. I'm a grown man. I'm not your fucking buddy. I clench my fists. That's what you're trying to keep my temper. Why am I reading like I'm mad? This gay guy's pissed me off. And I'm reading his part, so I'm pissing my own self off. I'm schizophrenic. If you talk about her again like that, you're going to be picking your teeth up off the rink. He gives me a sicky sweet smile. My fingers clenching. I'm clenching my fist so tightly, about to unphase enough to bump into my shoulder as he passes me. As he reaches for the exit, he turns to face me. I'm going to enjoy watching you turn into a snippering fool, just to drop you like she does everyone. Happy skating. That's it. Wow, Jesus Christ, that was a good chapter. Chapter 6, probably my favorite chapter. All right, chapter 6, in the bag. Outro playing now.
My mama don't like you and she likes everyone. And I never like to admit that I was wrong.